Can I hear you, Jode?
I can hear you.
There we go.
Thank you. What did oh,
All right, Saints fans, welcome back to Saints softball. Finally, this week we have sunny skies and we are gonna play a ball game.
we are up against the Algona Bulldogs. This is the high school. This is not their private school over in Algona, so it's Algona High that we are playing. Sounds like their score is sitting at about, or their record is about a 9-4, 9-5 record. So should be a good game for the Saints.
All right, on the field tonight, the Saints are just warming up for the first inning. We have Macy Meyer catching, Lexi Jewell pitching, Al Frine at first, Lila Knowlton at second, McKenna Norby at short, Lakin Evans at third. In left is Brayley Sherrard. In center is JC Johnston, and in right is Lainey Hanna. And the DP tonight will be Olivia Damaris.
All right, it looks like Lexi got some new confident colors put in her hair.
Yeah, I just am noticing that. Must maybe some team bonding today at the meal?
Oh,
Not
no,
quite
I
sure.
think that happened yesterday, is what she told me
Oh.
today when I spoke with her.
Oh, we'll see how attentive I am.
You've been busy. All right, so this is number 11,
And her name is Caitlin Burns,
called strike for the first pitch.
lefty.
If we can push this out a little bit. Get more of the. Sorry for the rumbling there. Can you see okay now? Or is it bad?
Yes, yes.
Good. All right, we got a 1-1 count. I'm not doing very good on the scoreboard.
Make that 2 balls, 1 strike. Just starting off the ball game. This is the first batter of the game.
Ball's in play. Hit to McKenna at short. Out at first.
Nice play in field. Out number 1.
Great start for the Saints.
Allison Trunkhill, who will be pitching tonight for the Bulldogs, is up to bat.
It is a beautiful night for a softball game.
She thought about it.
She did. It was pretty close, it looked like.
Hold
That's a
off.
1-0 count. Foul ball.
1 out here and 1 ball, 1 strike.
Fouled ball. 2-1 count.
So the girls have been rained out all week. They were scheduled to play Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
They have spent a little time on the bus, unfortunately, due to maybe some communication issues, that type of thing. They've got to travel to Sway City on Tuesday, and then they got to travel
yes.
down to Charles City. Although the Charles City hit to Lakin, she makes it on.
All right, so just a little bobbling error there by Lakin that puts the runner on first and brings up to bat the catcher tonight for the Bulldogs. It's Reagan Haynes.
As I was saying, at least when they went to Charles City, they were able to stop at McDonald's
Yeah.
afterwards, so and got some ice cream and whatever else they like.
We were discussing earlier, there wasn't too many places to stop on their way to and from
To and
Sway
from.
City.
Yeah, it's pretty much back roads that direction. All right, ball's in play. Oh, no.
Oh, shoot. Right idea.
Fielder's choice, wanted to get the outer or the lead runner out. Just wasn't the perfect throw that we needed. That's all right. Here we go.
Okay, we're going to clean this up.
Yep. We talk about that, how hard it is to go from a pitcher to throwing underhand to all of a sudden, guess what? The ball's at you, and now you get to throw to first or second base. And she kind of hesitated. It looked like she was going to go to first base, and then she realized where her runners were, and then
And then the fielders were in motion. She kind of needed to take that extra second to make a good throw.
Okay, back to Lexi. Out at first.
Nice job.
Advances runners to second and third, but we are to out number 2, so this is good.
That brings up to bat Kayla Busher.
So 2 down for the Saints. Called strike. Swing and a miss.
There we go. 0-2.
Way to start ahead in the count. Ball's up, and it's in
High fly
play, and it's
ball.
hard
Good
fly
track.
ball out to JC Johnson, who
Nice
catches
track
it.
by JC.
Yep. Third out for the Saints. Way to get out of it. Had a little air there, but
Yep.
you know what?
Kept it in control.
We did, and what's
Yep.
most important is we don't let the wheels fall off when things like that happen.
That's
we
right.
get our heads back in the ball game and get the outs we need. So
That's right. Like to say, so what? Next pitch.
Yep.
Move on quickly.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's what our girls like to hear us say.
That's
Like
right.
good shot, bad shot, next shot. That's a golf saying.
But they know
Softball-
we're right.
They do. Softball is a whole different ball game. Got a lot more players to contend with that way.
So
All right.
up to bat for the Saints will be Macy Meyer, Lexi Jewell, McKenna Norby.
We're going to go to commercial for a little bit.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by St. Ansgar Chiropractic.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands. Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team.
All right, so
Okay.
we got Macy Meyer starting off for the Saints. How does it go? Macy, Lexi, McKenna, right?
Yep.
No change.
Pitching for the Bulldogs is Allison Trunkhill, and she is a junior.
Ball high called for Macy. Called strike. Now she sees where it's at.
Good. That was
Second
a good job
base,
to
and
lay
she's-
off that off-speed pitch.
That was a good scoop by that first baseman. The
Yes,
second
it
baseman
was.
kind of threw it into the ground, and she had a nice scoop there to get Macy out.
That'll bring up Lexi Jewell. The third baseman is playing really far back.
She must be quick.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a high ball. Maybe that's what she starts with. Like when we were in Riceville the other day, it was that girl would start with a off-speed pitch almost every
yes.
time she would go out starting.
Ball two.
2-0 count for Lexi.
Looking to get a base runner on here.
Swing and a miss.
Okay, 2-2.
Got to protect up there.
Just meet it.
Off-speed pitch.
Way to lay off it.
Yep. Full count for Lex. One down. Holbrook. Sorry. Just helping you out. Ooh. Called third strike. Two outs.
Got to be a little bit more aggressive than that.
Yeah, anything close you got to be swinging at. It looked like a good pitch from down up here, but it's hard to see what they're seeing at our angle again. So
That's true. All right, let's go, McKenna.
called strike. This is the perfect summer night. There is a little breeze out there.
Yes.
Doesn't look like there's that many bugs out in the field.
Yeah.
They're not swiping away.
Oh.
Ball hit back to the pitcher, and she's out at first.
Yep, just off the end of McKenna's bat.
That will take us to the top of the second inning. The score remains the same, 0-0.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe. Before I knew Joe. Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe, buying crop insurance was hard. There's a better way to buy crop insurance. You got to get to know Joe.
At Farmers State Bank, we have a proud tradition of commitment of excellence.
Cut. Hey guys, what's all the big production about?
We have a couple job openings that we're looking to fill, so we're making a commercial.
Just tell them you're going to pay them well. We're really pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement or whatever.
Starting off for the Bulldogs, number 7, Ryan Haynes. All right, so up to bat will be Ryan Haynes.
And what is she? Their number 5?
She is
6 batter? I don't remember where we were at.
6. So this will be 6, 7, 8 for the Bulldogs.
First pitch was a called strike.
Yes.
And again, we are in the top of the second inning. Swing and a miss. Good start, Plexi.
Let's go. Yep, let's go get this first out.
Ball's in the air, out
High
to
fly
right
ball,
field.
get under it.
Oh, called off by Lainey Hanna. Great catch.
Okay. Good talk, girls. Lainey Bentager is up for the Bulldogs.
Hope you all were able to see that out by Lainey there in right
Yeah,
field.
good moves,
we do
Jode.
the best that we can to get them on, but sometimes
You know, you're doing
get caught up in some different things. So 1-0 count. Called strike.
So we're in the top of the second. Saints have 1 out. The count is 1-1.
Foul ball.
Make that 1-2.
Ball's in play. Hit to Lakin at third.
Stay with it.
Yep. She's going to get. Ooh. Kind of bobbled it there at third. Tried to make the throw. I don't think she would have gotten her even if Alexis had caught it.
Yeah. Yep, just a little fielding bobble and a throwing bobble.
So that Algona's got a runner at first. Saints have 1 down.
That brings up their number 8 batter, Emma Spear.
Called strike, or did she try to go after that one? I kind of missed it.
I called strike.
Ball's in play. Hit out to center. Looks like JC's got it.
Good
Got
track
it in the
by
Yep.
JC.
Fielded pretty cleanly out there,
Yep.
which held up the runner at second.
Okay, that'll bring up Gabby Ventiger, number 9 batter.
Bags are hot for the Saints, so they just need to step on a bag to get the out.
Yep, we need a quick out here.
Ball high. Ball low.
Good miss.
Yeah. I mean, it was low, but
I probably would have swung at it.
darn close. Yep. Called strike there.
There we go.
Two, 1 count, 1 down. Top of the second inning for the Saints. No runs for either team. Good scoop by Macy.
3 balls, 1 strike. All right, let's go get her.
There it is. Oh.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, that loads up the bases. Again, look good, but not to him. So now we have 1 out, bases loaded. Going to see the infield play in here.
And we are back to the top of their lineup from what I think they started with the lefty, number 11, right?
Yes. Caitlin Burns.
Called strike. Good pitch for Lex. So runners on first, second, and third for Algona.
Any ball in the infield needs to go home. Force at home.
Ball high. Ball's in the infield. Oh, kind of taken off Elila's glove. Shoot.
Okay, so just not fielded cleanly, and that will score a run. Stain still got 1 out here. Brings up Allison Trunkhill.
That was
Same situation.
close.
Any ball hit to the infield needs to go home for the force at home.
1-0 count, 1 down. Ball low.
Right there, Mace. Good job.
Just got to make the right play. If the ball comes to you, the girls need to be thinking about, what am I going to do with it?
Yep. And then come back with a strike here.
Yep, battle back, Lex. 3-0 count. Here it is.
Yep, exactly right, Joe. Just if the ball comes to me, what am I going to do with it? Where are my runners?
And first off, fielding it first.
Fielding it first, yes.
Can't get the out unless you field it first. So I think sometimes we get anxious. Ball hit out to center field again.
It's going to score some runs.
A few runs here, I think.
Okay,
Technically a double, scored
3.
3 runs. So the Saints have a runner at, or the Saints. The Bulldogs have a runner at second base. Saints have 1 down. Score is currently 4-0.
It brings up to bat the number 3 hitter, Reagan Haynes. She hit back to Lexi last time. Okay, must have
Ball.
been inside.
Ball's hit
Step
to
okay,
Lakin at
good, good,
third.
good. Right, there's out number 2.
Yep, it advances
Good
the
job,
runner
good
from
job.
second to third, but that's all right. Most importantly, we got the out. And even a re-throw from Alexis back to Lakin would not have gotten her out.
Yep. That brings up Maya Lentz. She bunted last time.
Called strike. Ball low. So we do have a 1-1 count. I forgot to clear the balls. So count remains at 1-1. 2 down. Ball's in the air.
Call it. Someone go after it.
Might be coming to Saints. Yep. Did you hear the big boom?
Foul ball.
Yeah,
Out of play.
foul ball. 1-2 count. I don't think we've had one like that yet this
No.
year. That it's hit off the roof.
No, it could actually come in here quite honestly. All right. 2-2.
I know. I hope Candle Genius knows we're saving ourselves versus saving equipment.
Yeah. All right, let's get this third out.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Very close pitch there.
Lexi working the corners here.
There it is. Ball's up
High
in the
fly
air to
ball.
Lila. Nice catch by Lila.
Okay.
Third out for the Saints. That'll take us to the bottom of the second inning. The score is currently 4-0 Bulldogs. And we have
Alexis, Lakin, Lila.
The score of any game is generally forgotten over time.
But the actions of players, coaches, and fans are remembered.
Sportsmanship is an attitude that can have a positive influence on everyone around you.
In the stands and on the court.
How do you want to be remembered?
Support your team positively and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Since 1983, Johnson Oil has been...
All right, starting us off is Alexis Frine.
ball low.
Saints need to answer here and meet the Bulldogs' 4 runs that they put up in the top of the second.
Called strike there. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss for Alexis. Hit by a pitch.
Oh, all right, there's our base runner.
Just hit her in the foot, which
Bring-
a hit's as good as a, or a
That's right.
hit by a pitch is just as good as a hit.
That's right. Find a way on.
Yep.
Lakin Evans, sophomore for the Saints, up to bat.
Lakin's going to go with a bunt, but dead ball because she ran, well,
It hit her in the
Box,
box.
yep.
So it is, yep. We just strike one. Now, if that would hit her when she was outside the box, she would be out because she was touched by a
there.
live ball.
0-1 count with runners at first for the Saints.
All right, so now she's swinging away with a 0-2 count.
Ball high. Good one to watch go by.
Yep.
Ball's in play, hit to third base. She's going to do a fielder's choice to get Alexis out at second. Alexis did slide, kind of must have
Yep.
hit that girl in the ankle maybe a little bit, but not Alexis's fault.
No.
Positioning on the bag is most important if you want to keep yourself safe.
That's right.
So that's the first out. Lakin is at first base.
Brings up Lila Knowlton.
Ball high. Oh, shoot. She's on the orange bag. She's got to be on the white bag. So Lakin led off. She came back. She did not, well, I think she stepped on the white bag, then ended up landed on the orange bag. Her heel was up off that bag.
Fielder
And
kept the tag on.
yep,
And
smart first baseman there. So that's 2 down for the Saints. There's so many rules to softball and baseball, things like that that you got to be well aware of. So it's 2-1 count for Lila. Ball outside.
3-1 to Lila.
Foul ball.
Full count now. Lila's looking to find a way on so we can have a little rally on 2 here.
Ball low. She walks Lila.
All
Good at
right.
bat for Lila.
That brings up Olivia Damaris, DP for the Saints tonight.
Ball low. Ball's in play. Hit to the third base, and she's out at first.
Okay.
That's no runs scored for the Saints. That'll take us into the top of the 3rd inning.
Saints are down 4-0.
Since 1983, Johnson Oil has been delivering more than fuel. We've been delivering a peace of mind. We know every customer has unique needs, and we're here to meet them with the level of care and attention you won't find anywhere else. We're proud to support the communities we serve and to support lasting relationships built on trust, reliability, and service you can depend on. Johnson Oil, your trusted local provider committed to you in North Iowa.
So this top of the 3rd inning for the Bulldogs, this will bring up their 5, 6, 7 batters. Kayla Busher up to bat first.
Ball low. Oh. Ball high there.
Yeah, it looks like, top to bottom, she's in the zone. So Must just be, just got to find it.
Must have been a ball inside the way the batter responded there, but now she's got to battle back.
Yep, we got to answer here with a strike.
3-0 count for Lex. She walks her.
Okay.
That puts a runner at first base for the Bulldogs. I'm guessing they may consider playing a little short game here.
Yep. Ryan Haynes up to, she flew out.
Balls
to,
in the air. Oop, they're out to JC Johnston in center.
All right. Nice catch.
Oops. We got to pay attention here, ladies. We got.
So fly out. We're out number 1.
That ball came back into Lila and kind of took her off guard or something. I don't know what happened for sure there, but ball got away from us, so I'm glad that girl.
Yep, kept that girl at first. Lainey Bontrager to bat now.
First pitch was a ball.
Oh,
sorry about
Jode.
that.
Tone it down, Jode.
Tone it down. We promised not to swear on Saints TV, but man, sometimes things happen. Okay, 2-0 count. Sorry about that, Saints fans. Mace's going to throw down to first. She's safe at first. Okay, that's 3 balls. The coach is kind of challenging where Alexis was at on the base.
And she was out in front. There was no obstruction there.
Called strike. 3-1 count. 1 down. Foul ball.
Full count now. We gotta take care of this batter.
Ball's up in the air.
Fly ball. Call it, girls. Call
Hit
it.
out to right, and Lainey catches it out at right. Sorry about that.
Good job.
She
Lainey.
almost overran it a hair, it looked like, but she recovered. So great catch by Lainey.
Brings up Emma Spear. She had a hit out to right center last time.
So the first pitch was a called strike. Ball's in play. Hit to McKenna at short.
Nice job.
Out at first.
Good choice to go to first with that.
Great inning for the Saints defensively. So that brings our score to 4-0. Algona's still in the lead. We are headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Up to bat will be JC Johnston, Lainey Hanna, Braley, and then back to the top. Saints are down 4-0. This third baseman is still playing way back. I'd like to see JC put a bunt down the third baseline. As fast as she is, she'd have a good shot to be safe at first.
Oh, she's going to swing.
Yes, she is.
And hit back to the pitcher.
Okay, but good contact for JC. Good job.
Threw us for a loop.
Yes, she did.
So that's one down for the Saints. Lainey Hannah's up to bat. Swing and a miss. Oh, she thought about that one.
Yep. Just takes one.
0-2 count. Ooh. Sometimes what you think is a strike is a ball. And what you think is a, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's pretty darn close. 1-2 count for Lainey. Foul ball. Better
Way to
tip
stay alive,
those
yep.
off, yep. Ball high, kind of an off-speed pitch.
Good eye. All right, stay aggressive here, Lainey. 2-2 count. In the bottom of the third, Saints have one out.
Ball inside, low. Full count for Lainey. Ball's in play, hit to second. Out at first.
Yep, fielded cleanly by the second baseman and brings up Macy Meyer. So we're back to the top of the lineup for the Saints.
Foul ball. Oh, 1 count for Macy. 2 down. Bottom of the third inning. One count. Ball low. Tomorrow night we are home against Osage, aren't we?
We are, as we kick off our Town and Country Days weekend.
Ball's in the air. Hit out to right field, it looks like. And caught by the right fielder. That is 3 outs for the Saints. That'll take us into the top of the 4th inning.
All right.
Saints TV's Be a Saint programme is a community-driven initiative dedicated to spreading love and support to neighbours in need in St Ansgar. By addressing a variety of needs, from financial aid to emotional support, it creates opportunities for individuals and organizations to make a meaningful difference. Every contribution, big or small, helps transform lives and fosters a culture of kindness and generosity. Together, we can create...
All right, this will bring up the 9 and 1-2 hitters for Algona. So Town and Country Days 2025 starts off tomorrow. Baseball and softball will host Osage with JV baseball starting at 5:30, varsity softball starting at 6. At 6:30 will be the firemen's water ball fight. Registration will be at 5:30 at the fire station. And then at 8 p.m. will be the color fun run.
Ball's in play, hit to second base, Delilah. Oh, it's kind of a tough bobbler there. Whoops, we got to watch our throw, ladies. Oh boy, this might advance the runner.
What just happened?
Not the best throw back to the pitcher.
Okay.
Kind of took off and got past, and nobody watched. We just all watched it.
Yep.
So it is what it is.
All right, so for that color fun run tomorrow night, register 7:30 at Clausen Park.
So that was a bunt, ball in play, out at first. I honestly didn't see who. I think Macy might have got a hold of it. Brings up the first out for the Saints. They got a runner on third. It does advance the runner from second to third.
Fly ball out to right center.
I think Laney was kind of on it there and then lost it.
That will score a run. Brings up Reagan Haynes, number 3 batter.
So 1 down for the Saints. It's amazing how things happen so quickly.
Yes.
We were trying to let everybody know what was going on for St. Ansgar Days, and then it was just
There's a lot of action.
Yeah, a lot of action. So we'll just hold off on maybe at commercial time. We'll go through kind of some of the events and balls in play.
Sharp hit ball to left field. That should score another run.
So nice double for that girl from Algona. So I've got score is currently 6-0 in Algona's favor. Algona has a runner on second, and we have 1 down.
That'll bring up their cleanup batter, Maya Lentz. She's 0 for 2 tonight.
Called strike. Ball low. 1-1 count with 1 down. 6-0 in Bulldogs' favor. Ball's in play. Oh, foul ball. Just kidding.
So now we have 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 4th. Saints are down 6-0 now.
Ball high. Ball
Nice
hit
stop
to
on
McKenna.
McKenna.
Yep, great stop there. And a rethrow.
Nice job.
Yeah, that was a great rethrow from Alexis Frine back
Great
to third.
play.
Does advance the runner to third.
So that brings up the number 5 batter, Kayla Busher.
You know, McKenna did a great job looking that girl back, but
she did.
You know, you got to get the out. So
yep, that was a good play by McKenna.
Ball's in play to McKenna again.
Fielded cleanly. Good job.
Out at first. Great. Another. Well, sorry. They scored a couple runs on us.
Yep. So
But
6-0 now, and we'll expect some hits here in the bottom of the fourth.
So we were going to recap about St. Ansgar Days.
Yes. So, okay. So tomorrow, which is Friday, we'll have the baseball and softball games here. And at 6:30 is the firemen's water ball fight. Registration for that is at 5:30 at the fire station. And then at 8 o'clock is the Color Fun Run. Registration for that is at 7:30 at Clausen Park. The Mitchell County Dairy Trailer and Blacklight Dance Party to follow, courtesy of DJ Bill Carlson with High Life Tunes.
So where does the fun run end at that we should meet for the blacklight dancing?
I'm guessing Clausen Park.
Okay. So
Doesn't
everything
really say
kind of
there.
starts and finishes there then.
Yep, that is my guess. Okay. But we also wanted to make note, Sunday evening at First Lutheran at 5:15, there is going to be a prayer service for Kaylee Horgan and her family, who has had a struggle with some health issues with chronic regional pain syndrome, otherwise known as CRPS, for the last 3 years. And she has just currently been in and out of the hospital again with just some complications with that. So 5:15 Sunday, this Sunday at First Lutheran, prayer service for Kaylee Horgan and her family.
So when we go to our next commercial, we'll talk about Saturday's events for Saints or for the for St. Ansgar Days, because the chamber has put on a lot of events for kids, families, adults, the whole bit. So
up to bat is Lexi Jewell.
ball high. So she's got a 1-1 count. Again, we are in the bottom of the fourth inning. Score is currently 6-0 with the Bulldogs ahead. 1-2 count. Ooh, off-speed pitch to Lex. And she didn't fall for the trick, though. 2-2 count. High.
All right, we got a full count.
Win it, Lex. Ball is a foul ball. Way to foul it off.
Yep. Got to stay aggressive with a full count.
Another foul ball.
Okay.
Hey, she wins
good
it.
At bat. Good at bat.
It's a runner on for the Saints. Good start.
Brings up McKenna Norby. Come on, McKenna. So, top of the fourth, our leadoff batter is on base. No outs for the Saints.
Ball low. Ball's in the air. Foul ball. Yep.
Foul ball. Get back.
Mr. Darby was telling Lexi to go halfway on the left side of the field there, but ended up being a foul ball.
Yep.
1-1 count for McKenna. No outs. Lexi Jules on first base running. Ball's in
All right,
play.
everybody run hard.
Hit to third. Ooh.
Okay, fielder's choice. Lexi tried to get there on the slide, but she will be out at second. McKenna is safe at first.
Alexis got hit by a pitch her last time up. Ball. Pitcher doesn't like that ball, wants a different grip or something.
Yep.
Called strike.
All right, 1-1 for Al. Saints looking to score some runs here this inning.
Ooh, off-speed pitch.
Swing and a miss by Alexis. 1-2.
Those are tricky.
They are. If you can kind of slow your body down in your bat and just kind of lean into it, sometimes you'll get a little blooper out of those off-speed pitches. But that is easier said than done.
Right, because your reaction is that ball is coming in hot.
Yep.
You know. Swing and a miss for Alexis.
Okay.
Give Saints 2 down.
Okay, that brings up Lake and Evans.
Saints have a runner at first.
Come on, Lincoln.
Foul ball hit kind of down first baseline.
Caught by the first baseman.
Was. Unfortunately, there would be no way for us to get the camera over there for everybody in the Saints crowd to see.
After 4, Saints are down 6-0. Let's recap what's on for Saturday this weekend, folks.
Lots.
Yes.
And bring water and sunscreen because it's going to be a hot day.
Yes. Okay, starting off at 7 a.m., we have the start 2x4 bike ride. Register at First Lutheran, 7 a.m. Then at 8, we have the car, truck, and tractor show right on 4th Street. Register for that at 8 to 10. And then throughout the day, from 9 to 3, there's arts and craft vendors and food trucks on 4th Street. The art gallery will be open at South Square. From 11 to 3 at City Park, Classen Park, there will be a free petting zoo, face paintings, inflatables, carriage and pony rides, Mitchell County Conservation Kids Display, Mitchell County Cattlemen's Food Tent. Also at 11 will be a sanctioned pedal pole and the cornhole tournament at CB Brant's. Registration for that is at 10:30.
Should we capture the last half of it after this inning?
That sounds good. So that was just the morning on Saturday.
So no boredom for anybody.
No.
The ball.
So this is the 6th batter, Ryan Haynes. She had a fly to right and a fly to center so far, but 0 for 2.
Ball's in play, hit to Lila. Fielded cleanly and out at first.
That brings up the 7 batter, Lainey Bentrager.
Called strike. Ball's in the air out to left foul area.
So we are up
almost
in the
over
count.
to our park and rec field over there, it looked like.
No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 5th.
Oh, when we were over in Forest City, supposedly there was a couple of vehicles that got hit because the balls had gone so far foul out to the parking lot.
Whoops.
Yeah, yikes. All right, that's a 1-2 count. That pitch was a ball. Two, a little low.
Yes, never want to park too close to the actual diamond.
Otherwise, if you need a ride to get dropped off, if you need that, yeah, it can be scary. Ooh, hit by pitch. That puts a runner at first base for the Bulldogs.
Okay. Emma Spear will come up to bat for the Bulldogs. She is the DP tonight for them. And their number 8 batter.
So Saints have 1 down. Foul ball. Ball low. 1-1 count. Ball's in play. Hit the, oh, Lakin in between her legs.
Picked up by Jada Meyer, who's now playing left field. So that runner will each reach on error, and the runner from first advances to second.
All right, that leaves the Saints with still just 1 down.
Okay, and brings up their number 9 batter, Gabby Ventrager.
She's going for a bunt. She puts the bunt down. Oh, and we dropped it at first.
And another error will load up the bases. That brings up their leadoff batter.
So the Bulldogs have bases loaded.
We do have 1 out, and we're in the top of the 5th.
Foul ball. Nice double play would be helpful
Yeah,
at
let's
this
do
point.
that.
Called strike. 0-2
Yep,
count.
Let's get an out here.
Yep, go for the strikeout. Let's just get the batter here. Not worry about anybody else. Ball's in play. Hit off of Lakin's right leg, it looks like. And she is not feeling very good about that.
Okay, we got to keep moving. We got to keep moving.
Yep. So that will score 2 runs for the Bulldogs. We are taking a timeout. Lakin was hit pretty hard there, it looks like. It bounced off her leg and kind of went off into foul territory. One would have thought the ball was a foul ball, actually.
That'll leave runners at first and third. All right, that brings up Allison Trunkhill.
Actually, runners at second and third.
Okay, so now we're in that position. Again, we're in the 5th inning, so the run advantage to end the game early is to be out ahead by 8 in the 5th and 6th inning. So Saints need to
Get the outs.
get the out.
He called her safe there.
She was not safe. At first?
Yeah, he did call her safe at first. Guess he's going with tie goes to the runner, but from our angle, it definitely looked like she caught it before the foot hit the bag.
Oofda.
So that puts runners at first and third.
Oh my goodness.
They scored a run off of that.
Okay. Well, that was an error on the official, so we'll write that down.
I don't know if anybody keeps track of those.
Jeez. Okay. We need to get out of this.
Yep. Swing and a miss. They're going to go ahead and send the runner to second. I think that was a ball. Did she swing?
She did.
She did. Okay. Short-term memory there. So 0-1 count with 1 down, runners at second and third for the Bulldogs. We are in the top of the 5th inning. The score is 9-0 Bulldogs. Second pitch was a ball. 1-1 count. Foul ball.
Come on, Lex.
Ball high. Good miss,
That was
though.
a good pitch. Nice little rise ball right at the chest.
Ball's in play. Hit back to Lakin again. She's been busy there this inning. Wasn't able to field it.
Another error will put the runner at first, and we'll score another run.
So it brings the score to 10-0. Bulldogs advantage. Bulldogs have a runner at first and second. Saints have 1 down in the top of the 5th inning. Ball high. That's the tough part about that third baseline. They come at you pretty hard. They play tricks with you because they decide to try to show bunts or things like that. Just got to be ready. Reaction time. Huge. 1-1 count. 1 down. Ball's in play. Hit out to center. Ball's back in. No runs scored on that.
That loads up the bases and brings up to bat Kayla Busher.
Foul ball. Counts 0-1 with 1 down. Ooh, that was right at her knees. Called it a ball. 1-1. Foul ball. Finish her up here, Lex.
Good pitch by Lexi. A little off speed there. Dropped right in front of the plate.
1-2 count. There it is. Ball's in play. Hit hard out to center. Come on, JC. To the fence. Sorry, we didn't get the camera moved. Gonna hit our cutoff.
Nope.
Not quite hit our cutoff, but got the ball in. So that gives the Bulldogs another run, which brings the score 11-0. Bases remain loaded. Still just 1 down for the Saints. We got to get out of this inning. And then we're going to have to knock the lights out of the ball here once we get up to bat. Ball's on the past McKenna. She's going to keep running. She's running to score. That'll bring in 2 runs for Algona. So the score is now 13-0. This can be very frustrating for a pitcher. Lexi's keeping a pretty good attitude out there. Or she appears to be, from what I'm able to tell. First pitch is a called strike.
Saints need an out.
Algona does just have runners on first and second currently.
We got 1 out. We need to get these outs. Everybody needs to keep their heart rates down and just finish the inning. What's happening? Okay, so we missed that throw, and Jada's there for the backup. Runners are now at second and third.
Good job for Jada to be there. It's a 2-1 count, 1 down. Algona has balls on, or runners at second and third. Off Jada's shoulder. So that drives in 2 more runs. Still just 1 down for the Saints. The Saints are going to take a timeout here.
Holbrook, what's he saying? No.
I thought you had a mic on, Holbrook.
Yeah, we should have mic'd him up. Okay, so after some words of encouragement, just to give Lexi a couple extra seconds to keep throwing some strikes here.
She has thrown a lot of pitches this inning. 1-0 count. Ball low. There's a called strike. 2-1 count. Ball's in play. Ooh, almost hit the runner there. We're going to throw it to third base, who she stopped it with her body.
Good throw.
Puts runners at second and third. The ball was hit out to center field there.
Brings up Gabby Bentiger.
Where are we at in the batting order right now?
This is the number 9 batter.
Lexi's going to take a break here from pitching, and she's heading to third base, and Lakin is going to head to pitcher. So we're going to go to commercial for a little bit and just hopefully just regroup.
Everybody's going to take a deep breath.
This broadcast is made possible thanks to the generous contributions of the advertisers you see here, as well as the Foundation for the Enhancement of Mitchell County and the Saints Legacy Fund.
Every single job that we do, either one or both of the owners are on the roof overseeing and often installing the products, which is something that we really pride ourselves on and make sure that we're going above and beyond.
Thank you, Patterson Seed in St. Ansgar, for your generous contributions to Saints TV. For more information on how Patterson Seed can help you get higher yields, contact Mike Patterson at mike@pattersonseed.com.
right, Saints, we are back here. We have change in pitching. We have Lakin Evans is pitching now. First pitch was a ball. So we still have one down for the Saints. Algona has runners on second and third. We are in the top of the 5th inning. They have scored quite a few runs this inning on us. There's a ball. Fielding has been a struggle for the Saints, and with batters like these, we just can't be having some of the errors that we've had. Speaking truthfully. So that's a 3-0 count for Lakin. There's a called strike. Hopefully she battles all the way back here. There it is, foul ball.
All right.
Full count.
Full count.
She just needs to finish it up here.
Yes, Jode. So I just, by my estimate, I've counted about 11 fielding errors tonight, and we just
Balls in the air.
Can't have that.
Yep. And they have had hits. It's not
so sprinkled in with that many, and then a couple walks and some hits that
makes it hard.
Yep.
And she walks her. So that puts runners at first, second, and third for the Bulldogs.
So back to the top of the order here. Saints have one out.
There's a ball.
So just we do have a couple fielding changes. So Macy Meyer still catching. We have Lakin Evans pitching.
Swing and a miss.
Al Frine at first. Lila Knowlton at second. McKenna Norrie at short. Lexi Jewell is at third. Jada Meyer is in left. JC Johnston in center. And Lainey Hanna
Off-speed.
is in right.
It looked like a pretty good off-speed pitch for Lakin, but he called it a ball. 2-1 count. There's a foul ball. 2-2 count. Ball's in play, but it's a dead ball. It was hit off her foot.
All right, so we got 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. All right.
All right, there we go. That's
First
2
strikeout.
outs.
Yep, here we go. Got to get ourselves out of this mess that we're in right now.
Yep. We need an out.
That's a foul ball.
Good job.
There is a little speed difference between Lakin and Lexi, so that can be hard on batters to adjust to. That when they weren't, when they're used to Lexi pitching, and then I don't know what the speed difference is, but
just enough to make
throw
them have
off.
to readjust. Yep.
Ball's in play, hit out to left field. That'll bring in 1 runner.
Okay.
Bases remain loaded for Algona. 2 down for the Saints. So if they hit it in the infield and we field it correctly, we should have an out.
This should be Reagan Haynes up to bat.
This is their number 4.
Number 3 hitter.
Oh, that looked good. 1-0 count. 2 down. Ball's in the air.
Might be another one,
Might
Joe.
be on us.
Oh,
over us.
passed.
Maybe a vehicle. I don't know if any Saints fans could hear the big boom the last time it hit the roof, but it is a boom. Kind of even made me jump. Kind of like a hard crack of thunder. Ball's in the air, out to right.
Oh, good job, Jode.
Oh, and it's a home run, unfortunately.
Okay.
That's a grand slam there. That clears the bases. Gives the Bulldogs 4 more runs. Brings the score up to 20. Right, Holbrook?
That'll bring up their 4-hitter, Maya Lentz.
I think this may be the longest inning ever in the history of high school softball.
Might be.
Unfortunately for us. Called ball. The positive Jody would say, I think the Saints can score 20 runs in 1 inning. I think we can do it. Oh, that was a close miss. 2-0 count. Back in the day, our Saints softball team at one point in time was called the Comeback Kids because it seemed like every game we always had to come back from a deficit.
Wanted to keep it exciting.
I guess. So we got a 3-1 count or 3-0 count, 2 down. Oh, ball's hit up to center field to JC Johnston. Puts a runner at first for Algona.
And that brings up Kayla Busher, which is our number 5 batter.
The score is really 20-0 if you are just joining Saints TV.
We have 2 outs.
We have 2 outs, and we just need to get this 3rd out.
Yep.
Ball high. He's going to throw it down. There have been some teams that I've seen just allow the out at this point.
Yeah.
You know, catcher throws it down. Hit by... Whoops. What?
Leaned into it, I guess.
Oh, leaned in it. Wonder if he's going to call that a strike. We kind of had this scenario the other day.
Let's see what it is.
If he called it a strike. Did you see his count?
I did not. He was just yelling that it was right here.
Did call a 2-0.
Okay. You know, I guess that's it, but the rule, but, you know, I don't know that I agree with it. That
I know,
doesn't
it just
mean
seems
it's not right, but
kind of seems like a silly rule. If somebody leans into something, it's
I think
their
there should be a
consequence.
penalty. Yeah,
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know.
So she leaned into it. The ball coming in was not going to be over the plate anyway.
At this point, why would you do that?
So we have a 3-1 count then. Currently. Ball. That'll take the runner down to first base. Another runner advances to second.
Brings up Ryan Haynes. We need the out. We don't need the out, Saints fans.
We do.
Strike 1.
Aggressive batter up there. Foul ball.
Here we go,
count.
Saints. Here we go. Everybody ready.
So we got an 0-1 count, 2 down. Called strike. Here we go. Okay. Come on, Lakin. Finish her off here. You got it, girl. All right, infielders just need to to get the out.
Yep.
The easiest out possible if it comes to them. Called third strike.
Yes.
All right.
Thank God.
Now
okay.
The positive Jody here is going to say, we can do this. We can score 21 runs in 1 inning.
How about we start with 13 and then the game doesn't end?
How about we go to 21? And
Okay.
we just keep playing from there.
Okay. Let's do that.
Okay, fine. We'll
Either
go
way.
with 13.
Okay.
But either way, we have got to score 13 runs to keep this game rolling.
Oofta.
And that's pretty much, I mean, I guess they started at, what was it, 8 runs?
They started at
8 runs because we had to score. We had to score coming into this inning, I think.
They started with 6.
6 runs.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's doable.
Yep.
It is doable.
Up to bat, we have Lila, Olivia, and JC.
Sounds good. And we didn't get to recap St. Ansgar Days after that
Nope,
event. We
we
kind of
didn't.
forgot.
Okay.
So but it's okay. We can do it at the end of the game
Yes, we
and go
can.
through it a little bit slower. We're not going to have much to say at the end of the game anyway. So
Okay.
Okay, so we are at, the score is 20-0. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning, and we have Lila Knowlton is up to bat.
Let's go, Lila.
If we get the 13 runs, I'm taking these girls out to Paradise Pizza, and I hope Paradise Pizza is ready for us. We're coming in hot. Ball's in play.
Ball in play.
Hit to
Run,
the
Lila,
pitcher.
run.
Oh, first out for the Saints.
Okay. Algona has been defensively sound this evening. That brings up to bat Olivia Damaris, our DP.
There's a called strike. Algona High is a 2A or a 3A school. Do you know, Joe?
3A.
Are they? Okay, ball's hit to second. Oop, oop. Ooh.
Okay.
That was kind of a tough play. She hit it off her glove, landed on her stomach on top of the ball, and then picked it up and threw from her knees. Good play.
Yes. Very athletic play, yep.
That's 2 down for the Saints, so we got to really rally on 2 to get to 13 here.
Tomorrow night we will be at home, starting at 6. It'll be a varsity JV doubleheader.
Ball high. It's going to be a tough game against Osage. I think Osage currently is undefeated in the conference from what I've followed with them. There's a ball. Whoops. Whoops. So 2-0 count. Another ball. Called strike. Good one not to swing at.
Yep. 3-1 to JC.
There's a ball.
And there's a walk. There's
Runner
our
at
first
first. Yep. Here we go.
run. Lainey Hannah up to bat for the Saints.
Swing and a miss. Foul ball. There's an off-speed pitch.
Yep.
Call the ball. 1-2 count for Lainey. Ball's in play, hit to the third baseman. She kind of bobbles it, but able to get it off and to the first baseman, and that's the 3rd out for the Saints. Unfortunately, this game did not go in Saints' favor, not one bit. Some of it our own fault, some of it Algona's hitters. Some of it it's just the way the game crumbles. So anyway, let's recap
Yes.
St. Ansgar Days.
All right. So where were we at, Jode?
We were kind of to, I think, mid-afternoon. You were talking about the beanbag tournament.
Okay. Yes, I had gotten through Saturday morning. So let's leave off with Saturday afternoon. Okay. So at 1 o'clock at the park, we have the encore music session. And then at 2, from 2 to 5, Cedar Summer Stock Theater hosting Buck Bingo at the Rescue Building. At 3 o'clock is the 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Register for that at 1:30 at Paradise Pizza. And then 4 to 6, there's kids' yard games, bubbles, chalk, hula hoops, and gaga ball at the Legion on 4th Street. From 4 to 7 is the fireman's pork chop feed at the fire station. And at 4:30 to 7, we'll have the Mitchell County Dairy Trailer at the fire station. Free ice cream provided by St. Ansgar State Bank. 6 o'clock will be the crowning of Miss St. Ansgar and Little Mr. and Miss St. Ansgar at the fire station. The parade will start at 7 p.m. Entries will line up at the high school for that at 6:15. At 8 o'clock, sandwiches by city limits until gone at the Legion. And from 8 to 11, there's a free live band, Bruce Behringer Music, Beer Garden at the Legion, following the parade. All right.
I will say the Legion will be open pretty much all day on Saturday.
Excellent.
Available to anybody that just needs a cool off or a beverage or whatever it is that you may need.
Yes, because it will be
It's
hot.
going to be a scorcher. And I think they also had put out on Facebook, if I remember right, just places where you can cool down if you need to, that type of thing.
Yep, and I believe I saw a map online too of where different events and public bathrooms and things would be. And of course, all the shops and stuff uptown will be open on Saturday all day. And it's going to be a hot, fun summer day.
That's right.
Here in St. Ansgar.
Exactly. It's better than rain. So in the past years, we have had rain would wipe out St. Ansgar Days. So we've had a good couple years here this year. So hopefully that continues and everybody has fun on Friday and Saturday.
Yep. We'll be back tomorrow night, 6 p.m.
Thanks, Saints fans.